Hello, welcome to Flory Models. I'm Flory. Slightly different angles we normally have, but now with all the dark evenings and the weather closing down during the afternoon, as we don't get as much light, so we need some more light. Great for on the bench for filming, no good for when doing the new shows. So that's hence why we're over here a little bit closer. Welcome to all the new members. I have loads of new members join again and everything else. Luckily, everyone's finding their way to the forum, which is great. So it's nice to have you in there. A few people might have noticed we've got a new homepage on the main site, which is updated photos, really, things like that, and information about subscribing. There will be lots of moving probably around about this week some point. What I've done is I've done these new pages which got slightly better layouts and things like that. So unfortunately, some of you had the odd email saying that there's been changes to page, because obviously what happens is you can subscribe to a forum to the page on the site. Okay, when you subscribe to it, any changes I make, you get shot an email. So for instance, the poor guys who got 20 emails about some of the pages have changed, especially on DVDs and stuff like that, is where I was just lining things up, having a look, seeing if it's okay, checking it on different computers and formats. So constantly every time I changed it, you got a new update. So that's all there. So I do apologise for that, whilst we're just having a bit of a move around, but it will be worth it, trust me. It's a lot easier, I'm making it a lot more streamlined. And then what will happen is, obviously you've got categories on the home page which are up, but there'll also be a new category going to appearing there shortly, which will be like for the news shows, which is what you're seeing here now on the news page, things like that, if you're on the Flory Model site. So there is a few little moves around there. So if you've perhaps your favourites bar, you might find that you've lost the link, we've changed the name of the page, or it's moved or something like that. So just be aware that it might be just easier just to go in under the standard name of doing it under Flory Model. So just go www.florymodels.co.uk. That'll take you to the home page, and then you'll filter through everywhere else. But I know for a fact some of the pages will be changed and renamed and things like that, so it might just play up a little bit if you click on your favourites bar and we're not there. We've just changed it a little bit, that's all. So anyway, this particular week we've been getting on with the old MiG-29 new resin nose, which is a lot better shape, I think you agree, than the kit one, especially because this one is got a more bulbous end to it instead of the pointy one. This is in the L&M nose, but Quickie Boost do one as well, things like that. I've really taken my time with this one. Last week we did in the show certainly about sanding and filling and things like that. I've just spent more time doing it. I've been doing other things at the same time, which will come a bit nearer Christmas, something you're going to find out about then. But certainly I've been taking my time with the sanding and the polishing and filling and rescribing this one. So part 3 of that is up for the site, is on the site now for members to watch now, and is going to get us really up to the stage you can see here. And then next week I'll be pushing on with that. So it's talking about using Mr. Surfacer, things like that, to go on and paint in, and really just taking your time on complex curves, especially like Tomcats, this type of thing where it's underneath, you've got all these curves, of getting rid of them and blending them in and making it all go nicely together with no marks, and getting rid of shrinkage problems and things like that. So hence why you've got another part on sanding and filling, which you can never have enough of that. There's plenty of it goes on within the hobby. So we've got that one out. The other news as well is the SUFA video, or SUFA video, depending where you are. This is the Academy one that you're probably all totally bored to tears, but I'm very, very proud of it. It's the first of the new ones, if you like. This one is the first standalone DVD we've done, released in probably the last 6 months or so now. This is in the new HD format. It's crystal clear, and also there's 7.5 hours, probably 8 hours with the extra bits you get on this as well, a video going through the build completely. Now, if you have just watching this one, where have you been? Just go through the history of this and you'll see tons on this actual build, because it's got full working LEDs, flashing lights. We use resin cockpit, resin wheel wells, resin everywhere on it, and completely updated it throughout the entire kit. So it's all on here. Now the thing is, because it's so big, it's on 2 DVDs, okay, to fit it all in there. It's still the same price. Members, don't forget, you'll get a discount price if you go into the actual members area, so you get it discounted on the DVD. Really happy with the quality of these have come out. I know a lot of you have obviously in the new quality, certainly in the news shows, things like that, that we're using high def cameras now in 1080p, and transferring that over onto doing these video builds as well. It just shows so much more clarity, and it's probably 100 times better than we used before, and in some ways it really does show up. The old ones now are looking horrible. I know a lot of guys say leave them there because there's great information on it, but when I look at them now compared to this, it's like looking at black and white in 3D. It's totally moved on in leaps and bounds. So that is available to buy now in the old shop and everything else like that. We're working on the new ones, and obviously new DVDs will come along. They're not going to be exact copies of what we did before, so there are different ones, but they're going to complement everything as we go through with these things. Whilst we're talking about that and the store, he says, as always, the printer's going to fire up. Extra acrylic range, which is one of the last things we've got left over from when we used to have a store. You'll probably, a lot of you will know, we used to have a store doing kits and accessories and tools and aftermarket bits and all the different things like that. Extra acrylics we've still continued to sell, but we're bringing these to a close as well. Obviously, members will know this, the subscribers in the forum, because I posted up a few days ago to say that they're now on there. They're only £1 each, so it's better than trade price on these. Okay, so you can get those now from the store. Limited stocks, and I can't tell you what's there and what isn't now, because originally we were down to between 6 and 2 of every colour. Some of them were completely out now, and to be honest, a lot of the more UK military ones have gone. We've got still a lot of the German, certainly all the tank colours, things like that, we've got lots of, but they're going very, very, very quickly. So if you want them, get in their store very, very quickly and grab those. Say £1 each. Normal postage applies, so basically anything that's less than a tenner is £1.50 anywhere in the world. It's flat rate shipping. Anything under £30 is £3.50 anywhere in the world, and then if it's over £30 we do free shipping. So nice and easy with that one. Talking about postage dates, I've got them written down here. I know some of you are talking about Christmas and Christmas presents and ordering things off the site and washes and sanders and things like that. Okay, so UK, the last postage date you can do for the UK is going to be the I've just got to check that. I'm pretty sure that that's certainly wrong. Is UK is the 12th for first class. Okay, for the EU it's the 9th of December, and it's the 6th of December for the rest of the world. Now obviously don't think that if you do this on our signed for service it makes a difference, because obviously it gets extremely busy at Christmas, and I don't want anyone to order something for Christmas that it turns out late. So if I was you, I would make sure your last orders are in by Monday, if anything going outside the EU, and certainly Wednesday, and then by the end of next week because of Christmas and things like that. And Christmas, talking of Christmas, we're all getting very festive here because already we've got Christmas decorations around the home, thanks to Mel. So the thing is, we're going to have a special Christmas show. There'll be no new show next week because I'm not here, because we're going Christmas shopping in London, to be honest, with the Jellyman clan. So we're up there with them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do a special Christmas show, which will be quite a lot of jovial type things I normally do. And the New Year's one will be a little bit special because we're going to have a look back over this year of everything that we've done, where we've done the Tiger Meet, we did Fairford, we did the RF Odeon playing with the Chinooks and the members with the day and things like that, and the shows we've done and all the rest of it. I'm going to look back at some of the builds and some of your work and the group builds and SIGs. So quite a big show to put together, so I'm hoping it's going to be sort of a 1 hour special for that, and a 1 hour special for Christmas show as well. So we got those things, and also starting tomorrow, whilst we're on about things going on, we've got the start of the Hornet SIG. Now the Hornet SIG, where are we, is going to run right the way through, starts tomorrow on the 3rd, and it's going to run right the way through to the 25th of March, okay? Anything to do in F-18 Hornet, any scale, as long as it is from basically the A to the G type, talking the growler that is, so you can do the A, B, C, D, E and F and G types of Hornets, anybody's country, anybody's markings, and as you probably know, and he says being big-headed, but I have built over 270 148 scale Hornets. Now I know you're all saying like how, it was a commission I did when I did commissions years ago, and there are some magical markings out there, not just thinking of the US ones, but don't forget they're in everywhere from Malaysia, the Swiss, the Spanish, things like that, Hornets as well. So there's some great markings out there, and especially the Tiger Meat markings are absolutely fantastic. So you got those. 2 weeks time as of today, we've got the Harrier SIG starting. So the SIG is special interest group, all on the Harrier. Anything again that is anything Harrier, it's going to tie in with the birthday for the Harrier. So we got that one started, and then obviously still what we've got going on is the transport group build, and that's going to finish on the 4th of March. So we've got lots and lots going on in the forum, some great work going on there, because we had the Swedish SIG finished last week or a couple of weeks ago. Now you're going to see some great work of that on the end of this show, so stay tuned and you can see that in a little bit later on. Photo builds, gotta talk photo builds. Been talking to lots of members, really excited. We've got some great photo builds, and this one is an absolute peach by Bob Bailey. Bob Bailey has done a fantastic Tamiya Sturm Panzer, which is the short stumpy one with the gun, but the weathering and the armour effect, it looks like it's taken shell hits with denting, things like that, and it's on a diorama base as well. And Bob's gone completely to town on this one and taken some lovely, lovely crisp shots showing exactly how it's done it all the way through. So from the Flory model site, it's right below here. If not, go into the photo builds area. Photo build area, as I say, is going to move around over the next couple of days, so just bear with me. If there's nothing there for the minute, it will be. It's just probably I'm doing it as you're getting to it. But as I said, he's done loads of photos on this. It's probably one of the longest photo builds we've ever put onto the main site, so it's well worth having a look. So thank you for Bob for allowing to put that up there. It's a stunning piece of work and we're very honoured to have it on the site. So thank you to him. Whilst we're talking of things like that, we've also got another team member joining the ranks of us, the madman he is. But Stephen Sutcliffe is a fantastic armour modeller. He does absolutely fantastic diorama. He's been a competition winner with us over the years, and he's been a member with us on the site, a subscriber for many years now. So we've brought him out of there onto the team so you can see his work as well. So in the next few weeks, we're hoping he's going to bring you some great reviews all on armour, and certainly some great stuff in resin and aftermarket, and talking about the way he does his armour, because you would have seen his work if you've seen these new shows over the sort of years now, but he does some cracking pieces of work. So congratulations to him, and welcome to the team and everything else, and you really don't know what you've let yourself in for. So that's that. That's really about it for this week. As I say, we haven't got anything really to show you because I was still busy doing rescribing and things like that. So next week I might bring you a little bit, or 2 weeks time I'll bring you some little bits on rescribing here on the news show. But say full details will be actually on the build you're going to see. So in the meantime, as I said, we have the Swedish SIG build, and not many entries into this one, but I can honestly say the quality and the diversity of the builds that actually went into this particular SIG were fantastic, because we've got stuff that's this big in 1:144 scale, right the way up to fantastic conversions from single seat dragons to dual, some great weathering and fading of paintworks and everything else, and special markings and things like that. So here is a look at the Swedish screw build. I'm going to leave that with you now. So until 2 weeks time, happy modelling everybody. Get ready for Christmas because it's coming quicker than you think. So until 2 weeks time, here's the Swedish SIG build.